Ladies and gentlemen, I was planning on doing another video today. I swear, I have videos to make, but then something happened. I was perusing Twitter, and of course, if you go over to Marvel Future Fights page, you'll see this very cute graphic here. Hey, countdown to Black Friday has begun. That's really cool. Rank 1 Black Antimatter, Gold, Chaos Nornstones, CCF, TCP, EOD, Odin's Blessings. Boom! Great rewards and events. There's even some sound to go along with it. Boom! And whoa, it's Captain Marvel, guys, from the Captain Marvel update. That's really cool. This is just 10 hours ago. And then some people started tagging me out of nowhere. They started tagging me on Marvel Games Twitter page. So we go over to Marvel Games Twitter page, which is the official source for news, updates, and everything Marvel games, console games, etc. Cool. And yeah, sure, this is their pinned comment about Spider-Man 2, but this is weird. Whoa, this looks like the same graphic. Something's going on here. Oh, that's not Captain Marvel. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. So they goofed up. They goofed up in a major way. And we now know the full contents of the mid-month well, I shouldn't say the full contents. We know at least 2 pieces of content for the mid-month update. There's going to be a Governor Loki uniform, and there's going to be a SYLVIE new character and potentially new uniform. So yeah, and what they post, and this is 10 hours ago, okay? What they posted, time's ticking. The countdown is on. Marvel Future Fights Black Friday event revisits the multiverse with the latest playable hero, SYLVIE, character tier upgrades, and more, inspired by Loki's Season 2. So we know for sure that SYLVIE is going to be the latest playable hero. This is 100% confirmed now because Marvel Games is tweeting this. And then character tier upgrades, it means Loki tier 4 and potentially like SYLVIE tier 3 or SYLVIE Transcended. And maybe something else. Maybe they'll throw in some random Transcended characters just so we can shorten that list of generic tier 2s. So that's very cool. Covering this now means that I'm not going to be covering it when they actually show the sneak peeks. So just in case you guys are watching now and you're wondering if tonight or tomorrow they show this again, I'm not going to make another video being like, whoa, guys, Loki. Unless they give us new information, which they won't. But yeah, so we have Loki in the bowler hat, which is from episode 3. And then we have, and you can see there, Loki costume inspired by Marvel Studios Loki Season 2. And then at the end here, we have SYLVIE costume inspired by Marvel Studios Loki Season 2. And SYLVIE looks really good. I'm not going to lie. She looks really good. The artwork is very nice. Hopefully she'll be strong. We'll have to wait and see. Now, there are going to be spoilers for Loki Season 2 all the way to the end, the last episode, in this video. Because there is a bit of controversy, a bit of sort of negative community reaction that I want to cover. I apologize in advance if you haven't seen it. I know it's only been a week since it came out. Some people, they're very busy lives. They don't have time to watch it right away. I want to respect your your privacy and stuff like that. I hate spoiling people on stuff because I don't want it done to me. So yeah, big warning here. There will be spoilers for the end of Loki Season 2. Okay, because it's very germane to the conversation we're about to have. All right, so please stop watching the video if you do not want Loki Season 2 Episode 6 spoilers. Okay, so now that we've got that out of the way, we go and we flash forward to episode 3. This is the episode that we're getting the uniform from. It's literally 1-to-1, right? It's the black coat with the green tie with the bowler hat. Now, this is a pretty cool look for Loki. This is one of basically 3 unique looks that he has in this Season 2, because we already have TVA Loki with the jumpsuit, right? Which is what he had as a prisoner from Season 1. In Season 2, he basically just puts on some suspenders, and then sometimes he has his overcoat on, and sometimes he doesn't. I was thinking we'd get one of those. This uniform does look a little bit more distinct, which is nice, and it also references, Chicago 1863 or whatever, which is really cool. However, for those of you who have seen all the way to the end, and again, unless you want spoilers, you shouldn't be listening, a lot of people were hoping to see the episode 6 God Loki, or the Loki God of Storytelling uniform. And this uniform was actually teased already in the promos for the show, which is why some people think that the devs should have already covered it. So if you actually go to the official, there's tons of spoilers here. If you actually go to the official Loki page, they already posted this. What was that? Yesterday. So yeah, it hasn't been that long. It's only been since yesterday, but yeah, this Loki was the Loki that a lot of people were hoping to see. And if you actually look very well, there he is again. But if you actually look very carefully in the promos, he's actually there in the original promo. So I'm gonna try to find them here. Here's a better shot here of this. This was 3 days ago, almost 3 days ago here. This was the Loki that people were hoping to see, with the black and gold crown and the look, basically. But that Loki does appear very briefly. I wouldn't say briefly. You can sort of see him from behind in the original promos back in July. Now, I know there's a difference between, you know, original promos showing a little bit of a character versus the actual, you know, full frontal, etc. But at the same time, I can't blame fans for being disappointed because, come on. If you look at those two uniforms, which one is cooler, right? The one with the massive horns that really, you know, gives off the original vibe of Loki, and he sort of goes back to his roots, or this bowler hat situation, right? It's obviously the first one. Now, the other issue here, yeah, it's right here. So you can actually see him very, very briefly, right? They're just sort of teasing. And you could make the argument that this isn't the new Loki. This isn't the Loki of storytelling. This is the old Loki from Avengers, right? Who gets beaten up by Hulk, and, you know, the OG god of mischief. In any event, we're not going to be getting the god Loki uniform, right? That's just the reality. We're not going to be getting this uniform now. And that's just kind of the unfortunate situation that we're in. Now, what could happen is that in a few months, or in maybe up to a year, we will get this uniform, like we did for Shuri Black Panther, where they didn't release the Black Panther uniform for Shuri with the update because it was going to spoil too much of the ending of Black Panther Wakanda Forever. But then it took them a year to release the Shuri uniform. And now, I know what you're going to say. That's going to kill the hype. People are not going to be hyped for this uniform anymore in a year. While I agree with you, at the same time, I think it would be cool. It might not take them a year this time. It might just take them a couple of months. I would still like to see this uniform released at some point because it just looks really dope. It looks really, really dope. And they could add some of these green effects and sort of strands, right? They could maybe give him a new tier 3 skill or something like that to illustrate like the strands of him holding all of the different realities, right? The timelines in his hands as he sits there. And like this one illustrates really well, right? Maybe we could have a skill that looks sort of like that. But for sure, we're not getting this now. And essentially what this boils down to is Marvel doesn't want the endings of their shows or the endings of their movies spoiled. So what would have had to happen is the Loki update would have had to happen later, like in January or February. And that was originally my guess. Originally, my guess was that we would have to wait until January or February because for most of the Disney Plus shows, they wait until they're over, right? Like well over, in order to have access to all of the graphics and stuff like that, right? Because otherwise there's NDAs, right? People don't understand this, but just because they showcase it in, you know, just because there's some sort of like brief little post here, they're still NDAs, right? There's a difference between advertising and marketing. The game is a marketing tool. This is an advertising tool. Advertising can post spoilers. Marketing can't really post spoilers. It has to be, you know, past NDA. It has to be like past embargo or whatever. And so it's just way too soon for that to have happened because, like I said, the episode is only 6 days old. So yeah, that just wasn't going to happen because, and again, with Marvel Future Fight, they're not making these uniforms the day before they showcase them. They're making them weeks in advance. Right? Again, when episode 3 would have come out. So that's sort of the explanation, at least from what I understand and what I know of the industry. That's my explanation for why we're not going to be getting the God Loki and why we're only going to be getting Bowler Loki. It's possible in a few months they come back and they drop this bad boy. I would like to see them drop this bad boy. I would pay whatever, 1,000 crystals for this uniform in a few months. But that one where he's opening his mouth is hilarious. But yeah, I don't know. Give me your thoughts on this. I know a lot of people are upset already. Like 10 different people on Twitter are like, "Where's God Loki? Where's God Loki?" So they're pissed. And sort of I kind of feel for the devs in this case because it's kind of a catch-22, right? If they weren't releasing the Loki update right now, you guys would not be hype at all. There would be no hype. Whatever the mid-month was, it's not as hype as Loki. So they're trying to capture the hype of Season 2 before it fades, right? But in doing so, they cannot, as accurately as possible, depict the best look from that season, right? They can't. And so if they wait a few months, then maybe the hype is not there anymore, but then they can capture the accuracy. So it's a trade-off, right? You do it early to capture the hype, or you do it later to capture the accuracy. You cannot do both. So yeah, just hit me up in the comments down below and let me know what you'd prefer. They haven't posted anything about this on the forum, so this will probably be posted tonight or tomorrow night, something like that. But yeah, I don't expect them to release any new information other than what we already know, which is SYLVIE as a new character and possibly silver uniform, and then Loki as a new uniform with upgrade to tier 4 and potential tier 3 or trade edits for SYLVIE. So hit me up in the comments down below. Let me know what you think of this turn of events. Boom. Have they played a trick on us or what? Thanks for watching. Smash the like button, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.